Thousands of British Columbians have died from toxic drugs in a crisis that's become one of the most tragic, complex, and hotly politicized issues of our time.
To the Premier, given his abject failure of harm reduction, will you start an inquiry?
Conservative politicians have gone after the BC NDP strategy, particularly supervised consumption sites.
They're drug dens, and they've made everything worse.
For me, like, without harm reduction, my kids would not have a mom today. If Narcan wasn't available, if Insight, if overdose prevention sites weren't there, and I wasn't safe when I had relapsed those times, like, my kids wouldn't have a mom.
Olivia Smith started drinking in her early teens, growing up in Nanaimo, moving on to meth and cocaine.
I think the first time I went to detox, I was 17-ish.
She got clean and had 2 kids. When they were young, she got hooked on fentanyl and lost custody.
I just couldn't stop. Like, I had lost the power of choice. I would be crying on the streets, just wishing I could be with them.
She went to inpatient rehab and got her kids back, but within a couple years, she was buying fentanyl in Vancouver's downtown east side.
I think it was my 3rd overdose at that point, and I was like, I gotta stop. Like, I can't keep doing this.
She walked into Connection Point, where prominent harm reduction advocate Guy Felicella connected her with a doctor, an opioid substitute, Suboxone.
Once I got on Suboxone, I went back to school. I was able to get an education and, start my life, start living.
No 2 recoveries are alike, and Smith has had setbacks, but her resiliency and experience is prompting her to speak out in support of both harm reduction and the availability of resources being there when someone asks for help.
Honestly, I get pretty emotional when I think about it, because I can't even believe that human life is being debated.
Smith is now paying it forward as a peer support worker for those trying to find the healing and recovery she's found herself. Penny Daflos, CTV News, Victoria.